Hey, what's up? How's things? How are you? Okay, so today we're gonna start a new lesson and it's quite interesting. Are you ready? Shall we start? And the title of the lesson is The Tsunami. The Tsunami. And can you say what is the spelling of the tsunami? Can you say? It's T-S-U-N-A-M-I. Tsunami. Actually, it will start with T, but we pronounce it as tsunami. Okay. And what is this tsunami? Have you heard this word tsunami? What is this tsunami? Yes, tsunami is a uncontrollably devastating natural disaster in the whole world. Tsunami is a uncontrollably devastating natural calamity or natural disaster in the whole world. And as we all know that, tsunami happened in the year 2004. I hope all of you remember. So, tsunami is a large and powerful wave that caused due to the earthquake under the sea. Tsunami is a large and powerful wave that caused earthquake under the sea. So, that is one of the cause reason of tsunami. And there are also many other reasons like...
First one is earthquake, shaking the surface of earth. That is earthquake. Second one is landslides, movement of rock or earth down a sloped section of land. That is called as landslides. And the third one is volcanic eruption. It happens when lava gas discharged from volcanic vent. And these are the main causes of tsunami.
This lesson also tells us about the tsunami that happened in the year 2004, December 26 at 7:59 am in the Indonesian islands. During tsunami, some locations reported that the height level of the wave was more than 30 feet. The height of the wave was more than 30 feet. My height is 5 feet. Then you just imagine the height 30 feet. We can't imagine that, isn't it? And this tsunami also killed 2,27,298 people. And more than 1,500 damages are reported. And this tsunami also hit Thailand and parts of India like Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Tamil Nadu, etc. So we can see that this tsunami was one of the great disasters that happened. Now, all of you get ready, take your textbook, page number 24, lesson 2, the tsunami. And in the first page, you can see the picture of a map, that is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And as we all know that island is a piece of land that was fully covered with full of water. Its all side will be covered with water, isn't it? And these Andaman and Nicobar Islands that tsunami hit these Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, and here in this page we can also see some questions too that we can discuss later. Now all of you take page number 25. Page number 25. Listen carefully. A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. On 26 December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India such as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Tamil Nadu coast. Here are some stories of courage and survival. Did animals sense that a tsunami was coming? Some stories suggest that they did. So, what is this tsunami? Tsunami is a large and powerful wave caused by the earthquake under the sea. And in this lesson, we're gonna learn about the many characters. We're gonna learn the story of survival of some people. Sanjeev, a policeman, 13-year-old Meghna, Tilly Smith, 10-year-old Almas are the people who survived 2004 tsunami. And here we can see the survival story of these people who experienced tsunami 2004. Let's read. So this lesson was having 3 parts and we're gonna start with part 1. These stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. Underline the word archipelago. Archipelago means a group of islands together. A group of islands is called as archipelago. Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society in Cachal. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. Ignatius carefully took his television set off its table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. Then the family rushed out the house. So Ignatius is the one of the manager of one company, and his wife woke him up at early morning 6. Then she told his husband that I felt like the earth was shaking. Then suddenly Ignatius woke up from his sleep and he took out his television from the table and he kept on the floor. And after that the family rushed from that house. And what happened? When the tremors stopped, they saw the sea rising. Underline the word tremors. Tremors means a slight shake. The earthquake, the shaking of the earth, that is called as tremors. Underline the word. In the chaos and confusion, 2 of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother and rushed in the opposite direction. Chaos. What is the meaning of this chaos? Chaos means complete disorder or confusion. Complete disorder or confusion. And what did the children do? They caught the hands of their grandparents. And what happened? And they actually saw the sea was rising. The sea was rising. It's tsunami. The tsunami was coming. They actually saw that the rising sea was coming to them and rushed in the opposite direction. He never saw them again. His wife was also swept away. Only the 3 other children who came with him were saved. And what happened? And they saw that the sea was rising and came to them. The sea came to them and took all of them. And Ignatius, he can't save his wife, his parents and his children. He was helpless. He could only save the 3 children with him. Now turn the page number 26. Sanjay was a policeman served in Cachal Island of the Nicobar group of islands. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife and his baby daughter from the waves. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of John, the guest house cook. Sanju jumped into the water to rescue her, but they were both swept away. Now this paragraph tells us about Sanjeev, a policeman who was working in Andaman Nicobar Islands. And on this tsunami, he saved his wife and his baby daughter from the waves. And after that, he heard the cry of some other, that was a wife of John who was the cook of that house. But Sanjeev can't save her. Both of them swept away. 13-year-old Magna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. She spent 2 days floating in the sea, holding onto a wooden door. 11 times she saw relief helicopters overhead, but they did not see her. She was brought to the shore by a wave and was found walking on the seashore in a daze. And this paragraph tells us about a 13-year-old girl, Magna. And she spent her 2 days by floating in the sea. And she saw many helicopters, but nobody helped her. And she was with her parents in the sea in more than 2 days. And actually she was carrying a wooden door and she was floating in the wave, floating in the sea. And there was also 77 people with her. And a wave brought her to the seashore. Almaz Javed was 10 years old. She was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair, where her father had a petrol pump. Her mother Rahila's home was in the Nankovary Island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. When the tremors came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. Alma's father saw the sea water recede. He understood that the water would come rushing back with great force. He woke everyone up and tried to rush them to a safer place. So, this is a story of a Almaz Javed who was 10 years old and she was studying in a convent school, and her father also had a petrol pump there. Actually, they gone to an island to Rahila, who was her mother's house to celebrate Christmas. And while all of them were sleeping, what did her father saw? Yes, her father saw that the sea was going back. That is called as the word recede. Recede. Recede means the sea gone back. And her father saw that the sea was going backwards. And her father came to know that this was something danger. And he also know that the sea will came faster with more power. And thus what did the father do? Yes, he called all of them who were sleeping there and they rushed fastly. As they ran, her grandfather was hit on the head by something and he fell down. Her father rushed to help him. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away. Alma's mother and aunt stood clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree, calling out to her. A wave uprooted the tree and they too were washed away. Alma saw a log of wood floating. She climbed onto it. Then she fainted. When she woke up, she was in a hospital of Kamota. From there, she was brought to Port Blair. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with anymore. She is still traumatized. Almas and his family was about to rush from their house to the safer place. But on the way, her grandfather fell on that place and her father was about to help the grandfather. But at that particular time, what happened? Here comes a giant wave that hit all of them. And what happened? Her mother and aunt stuck on a leaf of a coconut tree. And after some time, then again comes a giant wave and all of them washed away. Then Almas got a piece of wood and she stuck there. Then after some time she fainted and when she woke up she was in a hospital. But she was really shocked and she don't want to explain the incident. She is still traumatized. Underline the word traumatized. Traumatized means really shocked, distressed. And she was really shocked and she don't want to explain the incident. And this is the first part of the lesson, the tsunami. Hope this is clear. Read the textbook